The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill.
And that's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here's Tannehill.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. K'Lavon Chaisson charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Tannehill now to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Throwing on third down, Tannehill.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 yards remain for second down.
Here's Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Tannehill escaping the pressure right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Rico Gafford,
his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, here's Agnew.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now a first carry here for Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Second down at 7. Here's Lawrence.
And this one incomplete. Too much.
Completion.
Shit, I'm playing with your brother right now.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Now Lawrence.
He said
it's caught on the right side by Robinson.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it?
Chill, I'm in the first quarter. I'm more 7-0 though.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Second and 11 now.
54, look at me, zipper. Hey, seam 6.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run here with Robinson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Again, it's Lawrence.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. He was trying to get that one out to his running back out in the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Tannehill on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. To the air again, Tannehill. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. No one's scared to let it fall, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
Shit, I'm going to be on for a little minute.
Question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Sharks got it left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Back to throw. Lawrence.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Tannehill. He'll get this complete to Batson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the... And Henry's hit. He lost the football.
You fucking weird, bro.
Instead of the first, he'll have to go backwards for another second down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays second down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
On first down, Tannehill. Flush to his right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Past the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Titans.
A.J. Brown, 82 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence, and his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And Shark calls it in. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. Flushed out right. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, It's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Lawrence going to throw again. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The final shot here before the break. Tannehill looking deep for Julio. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. To return, here's Agnew.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
The handoff running left. Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Tannehill. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now Tannehill.
He'll dump this underneath for Evans.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On 1st down, it's Tannehill.
That's into the hands of Gafford, complete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Tannehill. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check, check. First down. Under 10, 10.
Tannehill. Forced out to his left.
A check down here for Henry.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Hey, Mozzie just hit the chat, bro.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that
We
was
do.
because the defensive front, they won that
Tomorrow,
battle at the
Mozzie.
point of attack at the
All
line
right,
of
bet.
scrimmage.
Invite him.
They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked
I
it
got
up.
I got 6 minutes left.
Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football, but right now they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Let's get off the field. Mike 55, Mike 55. I got you.
2nd down and goal. Lawrence. They'll roll him out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Mike 29. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Brilliant. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Hey, here we go. Here we go.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Rob Gronkowski, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Jags are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Bro, this game taking long as fuck, Mozzie.
The Titans offense set to begin
You
the
need to
drive.
quit.
They're in control
And they
here
didn't
as they
lose
start
connection.
1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
Now it's Tannehill.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Come get some. Come on, come get some. Here. Hey, hey, hey. Tag. Check. He don't know no better. 44, Mike, 44.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill.
Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's Brett Kern now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Hell no, you capping. Yo.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now left side on the swing pass. And he takes this up to the 40.
Bro, that nigga quit, bro. He ain't lag out.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion.
Yeah, I got 4
Sometimes
minutes
when you're
left.
trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation.
I reckon Addison 1.0.
Picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when
I got 2 minutes left.
They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them.
Would have been over if they never didn't pull the
start matching
plug.
each other's movements.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And now here's another
Hell yeah, not like how I'm
interception.
supposed to though. It's 26-7.
And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 15. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something
My
to
shit
that.
ass
Being
too,
a safety
bro.
often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
There he goes left side.
That's all you got.
Touchdown, Titans. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick
this
this one
shit
away,
dragging,
and off
man.
it goes.
Damn.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate.
Sure,
of course, they'd like to
supposed
forget
to be
the ending,
lifting.
the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice
I said
sustained
we.
drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
Get off at
once
6
they do
every
the
day.
interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good
Say
to go
less.
back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
I gotta get big.
On second down now, it's Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On third down, Lawrence will fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They did.
Well, this game was decided a while ago. And that
I think the last patch or the
is going to
patch before
artificially
that.
inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Man, I'm trying to meet you in the AFC Championship, bro. I'm talking to
Jaguar football here.
I gotta go through mid and
They're
Keith.
looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a desperation
punched
throw
me the
deep
first time.
downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing now, Tannehill.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye.
Oh, shit.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dwayne Smoot able to get in there.
Hey, send me an invite.
For
Game
what's going to
over.
be a loss of 15 yards all told. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Tennessee,
Hey, that nigga salty,
they level
bro.
their mark at 4-4 on the year, and they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5, and they'll try again next week at home against New England.
This nigga
And
stayed
for
up all
Charles
night to
Davis
take
and
2
our
big
entire crew,
L's.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.